President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has reportedly criticized his predecessor for attending a football match between the Turkish and Armenian national teams in 2008, an event that was dubbed football diplomacy at the time. Speaking to a group of nationally respected historians at the Presidential Palace in Ankara on Thursday during a meeting to discuss the 1915 killings of Armenians, President Erdogan this time targeted former President Abdullah Gül for visiting Yerevan to attend the football match several years ago, becoming the first Turkish president to set foot in Armenia since the ex-Soviet nation gained independence in 1991. According to Erdogan, Gül's visit played into the hands of the Armenians and failed to yield any substantial result on the diplomatic front, a historian who attended the meeting told the media. Armenian President Serge Sargsyan invited Gül to watch a World Cup qualifying match between the Turkish and Armenian national teams in Yerevan in September 2008. Gül's landmark visit to Yerevan paved the way for a diplomatic breakthrough for both countries, which have no diplomatic relations even though Turkey was among the first countries to recognize Armenia's independence. The shared border has been closed since 1993, with Ankara refusing to open its borders in solidarity with Azerbaijan, whose Nagorno-Karabakh territory has been under Armenian occupation ever since. Sargsyan, in return, came to Turkey to attend the second leg of the World Cup qualifying match between Turkey and Armenia, held in the city of Bursa. Following Gül and Sargsyan's visits, both countries embarked on a number of diplomatic meetings mediated by Switzerland, resulting in the Zurich Protocols to normalize ties between Turkey and Armenia. The protocols were signed in Zurich on October 10, 2009, with the aim of establishing diplomatic relations and opening the land border between the two countries. The reconciliation process between the two countries has since been in deadlock. Erdogan's criticism of Gül comes in the wake of a polemic between Prime Minister Ahmet Davutoglu and the former president over a visit Davutoglu paid to Turkish Islamic scholar Fethullah Gülen, who resides in the U.S., in 2013. Davutoglu and Gül exchanged barbs when the former claimed that his visit to Gülen took place with the knowledge of then-President Gül. In remarks to journalists during a visit to Germany, Davutoglu said that, at the time of the incident, he and Gül were in New York for a United Nations General Assembly and that he left for Pennsylvania that weekend. I informed him Gül before and after the visit, Davutoglu was quoted by CNN Turk as saying on Sunday. With all due respect to Mr. Gül, my conscience is very clear. I did not make any appointment without the government's knowledge, Davutoglu added. Former President Gül then refuted Davutoglu's claims suggesting that the Prime Minister met with Gülen with his knowledge. There is something wrong in the part concerning me. I learned about it the visit afterwards, Gül asserted on Friday. Observers think that Erdogan, during his meeting with the historians about the Armenian issue, intentionally criticized Gül, implicitly indicating his support for Davutoglu. During his 7-year tenure, Gül cut a moderate figure who held warm relations with all sides on the political spectrum, and made an extra effort to avoid a direct confrontation with then Prime Minister Erdogan. Though he had divergent views on a number of issues, he never directly challenged Erdogan, who also avoided publicly criticizing Gül. Speaking to reporters on Friday, however, Gül said Erdogan's remarks regarding his visit to Yerevan might be the result of a misunderstanding given the fact that the media reported about Erdogan's criticism of Gül citing an account of the meeting provided by historian Mustafa Arman.